August 29th, 2020. It is hotter than Hades in the Austin area. We've had triple digit temperatures for a couple of weeks now. So it's been just unbearable sitting here in the garage cleaning it and organizing it and putting it together, my electrical engineering bench, since I'm starting to spend more time out here. Slowly but surely working on my first PCB printed circuit board that I'm hoping to finish sometime within my lifetime. And so I wanted to cover a new setup that I implemented today. Since my house is fully automated, I've had this device right here connected to my garage, and it sits there and takes care of opening and closing the garage, as well as watching the state of the garage to see where the door is. So if you physically open the door, or if you manually open it just by pushing the button on the wall, it'll catch that status as well. So I wanted to demonstrate a couple of things on how I deal with trying to deal with temperature management in the garage, and then also when I move the car in and out of the garage. So since the exhaust fumes get to be just unbearable if I move the car out of the garage and am sitting here working. So manually, let's show the air mover. Alexa, turn on the garage air mover. Alexa, turn off the garage air mover.
Okay,
Thank you.
of course.
And then let's cover, so we've got this device right here. You've got the single white wire that is screwed into the terminals on the garage. You just unscrew the cover, and usually the terminals are right there. And then that is what pretends to be the push button for the garage. So when it completes the circuit, then the garage door thinks that somebody pressed a button on the wall. Then over here, there it is. There's the tilt sensor. And the tilt sensor basically registers to events. When it's horizontal, then the garage is open. When it's vertical, the garage is closed. While as if you open from the software side to the garage, then there's 4 states, and this is in on the Z-Wave network. This device shows up as a cover. So the 4 states are open, opening, closing, closed. And so when you activate with the software for open, then between the request and the tilt sensor being fully horizontal, the state is opening. Same story for closing. It's basically that way backwards. So when you make a request to close the garage, then from your request to the tilt sensor being vertical, the state is in closing. So if you manually open the garage, or if you use the analog button on the wall, then you're only getting access to 2 states, open or closed. So I wanted to show how I tied this together using Linux and Docker and Python, and more specifically, this is all recent developments since I just moved my Z-Wave configuration to from SmartThings to Home Assistant, since Z-Wave is a platform agnostic protocol. And so I wanted to sit here and show what I did today. Okay, so you can see that it has power. The fan is on. Now let's close the garage. And there you go. So this works not only from the perspective of when I'm out here working in the garage, but then also works pretty well for when I pull the car out. So instead of the exhaust fumes just kind of hanging around, lingering in the air in the garage, hopefully with the single fan, although I've already been considering adding a second one of these Lasko fans, but hopefully with the single fan, it'll also help alleviate some of that by just pushing air around, specifically out. Because when I pull my car out of the garage and I come in here and either I'm working on electrical, like I said, my novice electrical engineering, or if I'm cleaning the garage or doing anything, maybe just fabricating, then the fumes and the temperature, just everything kind of sucks. And so, yeah, I really cannot say enough nice things about the teams at Home Assistant and at OpenZ-Wave. Incredible work, and this was so easy. This took me just a few minutes to do today. I literally, as soon as this arrived from Amazon, I just skimmed through the directions. It was for pairing mode and exclusion mode. You just tap on the button, the part that lights up. You tap it 3 times very fast. I didn't realize how fast you have to tap it, so it actually took me a couple tries. You have to like bang on it like you're playing a PlayStation game, and that's how you get it into the inclusion or exclusion mode. And then everything after that is just manual. So if you press it once, then it's either on or off. So I got it paired to my network. It immediately showed up in Home Assistant, and then I was able to put it to use pretty quickly, and then sit down, put together an automation based on the states. So since the garage has open and opening and has closing and closed, then I just based on those states. So if the garage is opening or open, then I turn on the fan. If the garage is closed is when I turn off the fan. I was gonna base on closing, but then realized that I probably still want some air blowing around, because I usually don't even get out of the car until the garage is fully closed anyways. I'm usually trying to gather my phone and my belongings and stuff. So that's it.